So this is an Elddis Crusader Tempest, just going to take you around the van and show you how it operates. Jockey wheel, hitch and handbrake will take you through those in person here on site. In the front locker, you've got your two gas bottle tie downs and your gas regulator on the bulkhead. It is a dual regulator, so you can actually have two gas pipes connected at any time should you wish to. And to change the gas supply you want to use, you spin this dial round to the side you want to, and you have to point this arrow at the bottle you want to use. Then you'll turn on the gas supply and it'll go green in here to indicate the gas bottle is turned on. Coming down the side of the van, you've got your Elddis heating and hot water flue, very much there to do the same job as the flue on the side of your house. On either side at the front you have your two wind down legs to stabilise the caravan. You've then got your water pump pickup, so you've got the pump that drops down inside the ack roll. Have filled the system up, so the water system is currently full, and the pump just very simply pulls out or pushes into the side of the caravan, and you can lock it in place with this cover just here with the little tab at the top. I'll show you how to fill the system once we go inside the van. Mains power connected to the van just down here, as you can see, and then we've got the battery, a temporary battery on there just to demonstrate everything is working. Anytime you're operating the caravan, you do need to make sure there is a battery on board the van. Motor mover and wheel nuts will demonstrate the motor mover while you're here on site, and we'll also torque the wheel nuts prior to the caravan leaving site. Fresh water has to go in the front, and then down the back of the van here you've got your two grey waste pipes, and this is for the grey water, so that is the water from the sinks and the shower on board the caravan. You'll notice the caravan hasn't been cleaned yet, the guys are getting to it, but to release the waste mask you pull up the orange handle and pull the cassette towards you. The orange neck here turns out 90 degrees so you can tip the waste away. The grey cap is a measure for your blue fluid. And on the back of the cassette you've got an orange pressure relief button, so when you're tipping the waste away it doesn't spit and splatter back at you. All you need to do is press that button in prior to tipping the cassette to tip the waste out. In this cassette you'll need to put 1 litre of water and a capful of the blue fluid prior to use. On the back of the van you've got your two wind down legs to stabilise the caravan while it's on site. Coming down the door side of the van you've got your two fridge vents. The two fridge vents are very simply there to allow the hot air at the back of the fridge unit and to take some cool air in. Don't ever cover these up while the fridge is in operation, as it could cause the fridge to get too hot. Also, during the summer you do need to remember when it's drawing in hot air at the back of the fridge, it won't cool the fridge as effectively as what it would on a cooler day. Coming down the front of the caravan you've got your storage locker for underneath the bed at the front of the van, or the seating area at the front, and your barbecue gas point. So coming onto the inside of the caravan now, as you come into the van on the left hand side, you've got your master power switch just here for the caravan, master power on and off. You've then got your internal lighting and your awning light on these two here, and then you've got the rest of your awning lights on the right hand side. Below that you've got your water pump, which I'll come back to in a moment, your voltmeter for the battery on board the van, and then the level for the water tank on board the caravan also. So that's the water storage tank down the back here, and I'll show you how to fill both of those. The first thing you're going to need to do is, before you fill the water system up, is make sure the ack roll is connected on the outside. Open all the taps up on the hot side of the system. As you can see, the system's already currently filled, so it's already letting water come out of the tap. All you do is open the taps on the hot side of the water system. I'm just going to shut that back off for a minute. Come underneath the seat on the front right hand side of the caravan, and the tank that you see at the front here is your hot water tank. So if you're not using the onboard water storage tank, it'll come through here and then down through the taps. So you need to make sure that yellow valve is shut to use the onboard water tank just here. To fill the tank at the rear of the caravan, you'll need to come down, which is the onboard water storage tank, and underneath the seat here at the rear of the van. You need to come down here, and down the side of this tank on the right hand side, you can't see at the moment because unfortunately it's a bit dark at the back here with how you have to lift the bed up, but there's a blue valve. So that where that blue valve is at the moment is in the fill position, and if you turn it over so it points towards us here, so the end of the tank here, it will actually drain that water tank down. It has got an automatic cut-off on there, so when that water level runs down, it will actually then turn off the water pump so it doesn't overfill this tank. So, to fill the water system direct to taps rather than the onboard water storage tank down here, you're going to need to come to the control panel by the door, have the water pump turned on, and put the pump to external pump. That will allow the hot water system to be filled up. Once the hot water system is full, you'll have water running out of every tap continuously on board the caravan, as you can see there. We'll turn that back off so we don't drain the system down too much. But that will then run continuously, and it will draw water from the outside tank straight to the taps. To fill the internal tank at the rear of the caravan, you need to put the switch on internal, and when that water level drops down, the yellow light will appear here, and it will allow the water system to be filled up. If you are filling that tank from empty, you do need to make sure you do it in the same way by having all the taps open on the hot side of the water system. Like I said, once all the water system's full, whether you fill in the hot water tank or the onboard water storage tank, you can just shut the taps back off, and that is the system full. You do need to make sure it's every tap on board the caravan that is open on the hot side to fill the system up. Once you've got the system full, you can actually then start thinking about warming the water on board the caravan. So you press the power button here on the Elddis control panel, hit the menu button, and it will take you into the options. Just going to explain what you've got on the screen here. You've got an icon on the top left hand side to say the heating pump is running. You've then got an icon to say the mains power is running, and then below that you've got the internal temperature of the caravan. Hit the menu button and it will take you into the options. So you've got minus or plus for your room temperature. Below that you've got your water temperature, so currently it's off with this bar empty. When it's halfway up, that's hot water on. When you hit it a second time and it's all the way up, that is hot water boost. Next one down with the power symbol next to it is the amount of power you want the hot heating and hot water system to use. So you've either got the option of 1, 2 or 3 kilowatts, depending on how much power you want to use. It will also depend on how much power the site you're on can handle. So for instance, if they say to you, oh, the site can handle 2 kilowatts, then I'd advise you set it to 2 kilowatts or 1 kilowatt. If they do say it's okay to run the 3 kilowatts, run it on the 3 kilowatts, and the heating and hot water will be on its most efficient setting. If, for instance, you are on a site where you're running 1 kilowatt, but you want the water system to boost a bit quicker, you can use the gas as a combination. Hit the gas symbol down here on the bottom left-hand side. It will self-ignite on gas, and if it fails to ignite, it will come up with gas fail at the bottom of the screen with 2 exclamation marks either end. To turn this control panel off, hit the power button on the bottom left-hand side. You have got some advanced settings with this cog symbol on the right-hand bottom side of the screen. However, for this, we do advise you read the manual, as if I tried to take you through it inside the caravan on the video, sorry, it would take me 2 to 3 hours to complete the video. So that's the power now turned off to the control panel there. Hob, grill and oven all work very much like your household appliances, no difference at all there. There is a 240 electric ring on the back there, however for that you will need to use mains power for the fridge to for the hob to work. Sinks we've already been through. Now we're going to come to the fridge. Oh, actually, so first of all, I'll show you the microwave. To operate the microwave when you're on mains power, you're going to need to hit the eco button for it to turn back on. It will turn itself off after a short while to save power. We're just going to turn the fridge off. As you can see, to turn the fridge on, press and hold the power button and it'll come on, as you can see. Mains power is the first option you see here. So you're going to change the temperature of the fridge by using the thermometer button on the right hand side here. You can run the fridge on gas by hitting the gas option. If it fails to ignite on gas, it's going to start flashing the red warning light on the right hand side here, and it'll also start flashing the flame symbol just here. At the moment there's no gas connected, so it would fail if I'd carried on letting it trying to let it ignite. If it does fail to ignite and you want it to reset, you can press and hold the icon on the right hand side with the warning triangle, and that will allow the gas to restart igniting. 12 volt mode. Now a lot of people think it's the 12 volt mode from onboard the caravan. It is not. It is the 12 volt supply from the car you are towing with. So you will need to connect to the car. If you have the correct connection on the back of the car and it has the right connections inside of it, so for instance if you've got a 13 pin plug, it will need to have a 12 volt live connection on there as well. If you've got the single 7 pin plug, then obviously this feature won't work because it works with the grey plug on the car. But that grey plug or the 13 pin that is wired up correctly will also charge the battery on board the caravan, but it will also allow the fridge to work as a cool box should it be wired up properly. As you can see at the moment it's flashing the warning light and the battery symbol to say it is not doing so, but we aren't connected to a car either at the moment. That's the fridge turned off. Going to go through into the bathroom now, and the bathroom or the toilet system. Shower obviously works like your household shower, no difference at all there, the same as the tap in the bathroom. Toilet system, very easy to use. Electric flush on the wall here that runs off the water system on board the van. You then have a toilet full indicator light that illuminates red when the toilet waste cassette is completely full. The toilet seat itself does actually turn for your convenience, as you can see here. However, when you are removing the toilet waste cassette from the side of the caravan, you need to make sure this toilet's in the straight on position, as it is now, so it allows the waste cassette to be removed. And also the other thing is, the grey handle below the toilet that you open when you're using the loo does need to be in the closed position as well. If it isn't, again, that will not allow you to remove the toilet waste cassette. So that is the Elddis Crusader Tempest. If you have any further questions on the caravan, please don't hesitate to give us a call here at the Caravan Company, and we'd be more than happy to help. We appreciate your business, and we look forward to seeing you here on site soon. Thanks again. Bye bye.